I've written the speech because I might get a little angry midway through.
That's okay.
All right. Let me begin with reading you a quote. They raped me. They raped me by asking me to do things I'd never heard of, forcing things into me, telling me it turned them on. The boys of the neighborhood every day for weeks raped me. And my mom, she acted like nothing was happening. But I knew she knew. She had to have known. I'm afraid to tell my closest loved ones that I was raped, because then they will tell me I'm a lesbian because of it. I'm afraid to tell them because when they ask why no one did anything, I can tell them my family thought I was just a slut. I read these words for the first time 2 years ago in a journal I found rummaging through a small box with a few pictures, concert tickets, and some journal my sister left after she took her own life. With tears rolling down my cheeks, I found out for the first time ever that she was raped from the pages of her own journal. I found out she couldn't tell people of her own sexual identity without being blamed for being raped as a promiscuous teenager. You see, rape is apparently not wicked or cruel when the victim is a whore. Rape is not wicked or cruel when the female is considered a piece of meat. Violence against the powerless is not wicked or cruel when it is called sex. Torture is not wicked or cruel when the tormented are sluts. My sister was not raped because she was a slut. My sister was raped because a power-hungry, hormone-driven, divisive young man chose to force his penis into her. These words are hard to hear, and I'm sorry for the harsh reality that we must face in them. But these words expose something very uncomfortable about us all. They reveal a dark myth that so many Americans accept. The myth given to them from a culture flooded with images of women who are portrayed as nothing more than sexual toys. They are objects of desire, looked at as body parts by those who are unwilling to recognize the destructive nature of manipulative and forced sexuality. The more society loses touch with reality, rape will continually be used as a tool to reduce women to corpses. In a culture where the oppressed are blamed, where it is illegal to be gay and married, where Islamophobia is an acceptable practice, where making 52 cents as a Latino woman to the male dollar is ignored, and where male hypersexuality is glorified as the female person is left polarized as a slut or a boring prude. Our hope must be found in something larger than ourselves, in unity against this atrocity, in violent and nonviolent acts of civil disobedience, all in order to prove that rampant sexism of American culture does not make you a man, but molds one into a violent abuser of other human beings. Cultural institutions will continue to ideologically promote violence against women. Patriarchal social institutions will continue to encourage violence against women. Criminal justice institutions will continue to minimize violence against women. And legal institutions will continue to resist change in policies to protect women from violence. But, unable to bow before these illusions, defying the lust of these domineering powers, we stand here together to fight against these things that will continue to destroy our fellow people. All because we have a hope and a radical love ethic. A love that constantly rises up to remind a wayward society of what is real and what is illusion. Love that will endure even if it appears darkness has swallowed us all. And no matter the pain, we must never underestimate the power of this love. A power that is stronger than the power of death. A power of sacrifice rather than exploitation. A power of giving a voice to the voiceless. A power of seeing love as the light at the end of the tunnel. May we be inspired in our fight against the demonization of rape victims by these words spoken by my favorite homeless rabbi, Jesus. I tell you who hear, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, and pray for those who abuse you. Thank you. I'm